Hey YouTube, I'm back this time with my wax empties for the month of June 2019. I kind of have a lot going on here, so I just want to jump right in and get started. So I'll start with my only Yankee candle that I have for the month. It is kind of a medium-ish special edition jar in poached pear flambe. If you have been with my channel for at least a month, you would have seen that I hauled this at the summer SAS, and I mean, it's definitely a fall fragrance, but I was kind of in the mood for it. So it's a great fragrance. However, unfortunately, when I melted it, it seriously lasted for like 2 days and then it was completely gone. So it was cheap, but also, yeah, it just wasn't good. So I have melted this in tarts before and in Votives before, and I like the fragrance, but I feel like I've definitely learned my lesson that except for tarts, melts, or large jars, I'm just not even going to bother with Yankees. So I don't know, like the sad thing is I feel like Yankee has great fragrances on cold, but I just can't deal with the fact that so much of it is unscented when you actually go to use it. So yeah, good scent on cold, but I would not repurchase this even if it was only $3 or $4. The next two things I used up are from Bath & Body Works. There are two of the kind of medium jar candles in White Gardenia and also Sun Drenched Blooms. White Gardenia keynotes are White Gardenia, Apple Water, White Woods. Great gardenia fragrance. I love most of the gardenia fragrances from Bath & Body Works, so next year I'll definitely pick up another one of these. In a 3-week though, I'm not gonna do the medium jars anymore. And Sun Drenched Blooms, the key notes are tiare flower, banana leaf, and vanilla. This to me smelled like a very summery, dry, sunny floral. It was pretty light though, and I didn't find it to be special in any way, so while I didn't hate it, I would not repurchase this. Now, in terms of 3 wicks, I melted my strawberry pound cake. I purchased this at the summer SAS. Keynotes are fresh strawberries, golden shortcake, and a dollop of whipped cream. This to me smelled like a very heavy, like if you added bakery to a strawberry cream savor, that's what this smelled like to me. So a great fragrance. Unfortunately, by a couple days in my warmer, the strawberry just smelled very wrong, like really sickening, and I just couldn't stand it. So luckily this really died down after only 2 or 3 days, so I was a little disappointed in that, but because it didn't smell good at the end, I was actually okay with that. So a great fragrance. I feel like if it came back next year, I'd probably buy another one next year, but this is not something that I feel like I need to go on to like eBay or Mercari and just buy a ton of. So I'm happy with just the one this year, and then we'll see about next year. The next candle that I melted was my gingham candle. The key notes are blue freesia, white peach, fresh clementine. So this to me smells like a general nice perfume. So I can't really describe it. I don't know about these notes. The freesia, yeah, I can see that, but not so much like a fruit note. So yeah, it was fine. I think I would maybe purchase another one if I saw one for cheap, but in terms of like any sale they would have during the year, I wouldn't be motivated to buy it again. The next one I used up is an Island Papaya, again from this year. Key notes are tropical coconut, fresh papaya, sugarcane. This to me smelled just like a wonderful tropical fruit fragrance. So my boyfriend generally doesn't care at all about candles, but he really commented on this one, said he liked it. So I thought about purchasing one at the summer SAS, but just chose not to. So it's a good fragrance. I can buy one next year. I can definitely see myself doing that. But in terms of like really needing another one this year, kind of like the gingham candle and the strawberry pound cake, I feel like I'm good. Like I'm ready to move on. The next candle I used up is a candle we always have at least one of. It is Georgia Peach. I found that some of my candles, after they cool down from the warmer, some of the wax will just pop out on its own. I'm not sure what causes that or what doesn't cause it in the other candles, but this one popped out really easily. The keynotes are juicy peaches, dew-covered leaves, and hint of vanilla. I don't really get the vanilla, at least not really, but this is a great fragrance, good for year-round. My boyfriend loves it, so it's perfect. And the last Bath & Body Works 3-week that I used up is Pink Apple Punch, another favorite with my boyfriend, another one where we always have at least one. The keynotes are crisp apples, sun-kissed melon, sugar crystals. Great, juicy, tart, sweet, pink lady apple fragrance. I like it. So I know a lot of people think it smells synthetic. I can see that, but I don't really agree. Like, I love pink lady apples. They're actually my favorite kind of apple, and this just makes me think of that. So I love it. Now, I do have one more candle that is not Bath & Body Works. This is a candle I purchased from Target maybe a month or two ago. This is the Chesapeake Bay candle Home Sense Pina Verbena. So I picked this up because it actually smells just only like pineapples to me. Like, there's no verbena fragrance to me in this. I really loved it, so I picked it up. I think it was like maybe 10 bucks. And I popped it in my warmer. Nada. Like, absolutely nada. I gave it like 3 days. I couldn't really smell it. This is how it wound up. And I was so disappointed. I was actually so disappointed that the other 2 candles I purchased from Chesapeake Bay from Target, I wound up returning, which is too bad because I have only ever had good luck with Chesapeake Bay, and this was like the first of bad candles I've had from them. So because I'm currently saving toward a couple of like major projects, I guess, right now, I just didn't have the patience for spending $20 more on 2 other candles that would smell like nothing. So yeah, I wound up returning them, which is too bad because they're great fragrances. They just didn't perform for me. So with that in mind, those are my candles. Now I'm going to move on to my wax melts, and then we'll be done here. So all of my wax melts from June are from Walmart. I will start with my Better Homes and Gardens. So I finished up a value pack in Better Homes and Gardens Wild Berry Cheesecake. This is always a staple for me. Love it. My kids last year didn't like it. They complained that it smelled like yogurt, and I guess I can see that because it is cheesecake, but they're the only kids I've ever had to complain about this. So I will pick up some more. I will take one to my classroom next year and just kind of gauge the reaction from my kids next year and see how they do with it. And if they don't like it, then I'll just melt it at home. Also from Better Homes and Gardens, I finished up quite a bit from my classroom because the year is now over. I also used up a berry mango freeze. So very cute picture. I like the different colors in the picture. I found that this one was just okay. I feel like I didn't really get a mango. I felt like if it were called berry pineapple freeze, I feel like that'd be more believable and more authentic, because I definitely got a kind of citrus acidic note from it. So I got the berry for sure, and it was a really pretty maroon wax. I enjoyed the wax color, definitely. And I definitely got kind of like an icy note from the freeze, but I feel like it smelled more like pineapple than mango. So it was not lush, it was not round and robust, it just to me smelled pretty acidic. So I enjoyed it for what it was worth, but I don't think I'd repurchase. I also used up a pink sugarberry. I know this tends to be a bit of a cult favorite on social media. I found that this was just okay. It smelled to me like kind of a perfumey pink sugar, I guess. I thought it was okay. My kids liked it, but to me, I was kind of like, I could take it or leave it. So it's not like I'm horrified by this, but I probably wouldn't repurchase. I also used up a vanilla cookie crunch, definitely a staple for me. I go through a ton of these. I mix this a lot with Flower Shop to kind of create what I wish pink petal tea cake would be. So I'm actually not a fan of pink petal tea cake. I'm really disappointed, but I don't really like it. That to me is too like powdery, like it doesn't smell like something I would eat. So in order to create what I wish it would have been, I mixed these two together. So Flower Shop from Sensationals, to me, just, it's not really special. It just smells like a nice airy floral, and then Vanilla Cookie Crunch together is what I would make. So a lot of my kiddos liked this. They found that it was a very interesting blend that they would have never like thought about before. And actually my co-teacher really liked this too. So I would repurchase both of these and mix them together again. I also went through a sweet watermelon buttercream. This is another staple. I love this. It was very popular with my kiddos. To me, it smells like watermelon Kool-Aid. I don't really get a bakery from it. I don't really get much of a vanilla. It just smells like really nice, sweet watermelon, sugary something. So yeah, I love it. I will definitely buy quite a few more of these for next year. At home, I finished up a Daffodils and Daisies. To my surprise, I didn't like it. I normally really love green fragrances, and this to me smelled more like stems of flowers rather than the flower itself. I just couldn't jive with it. It was just too green, too earthy, which was very shocking to me. Like, I didn't think I'd ever find a fragrance besides fresh bamboo that was too earthy, but this to me just, no, it wasn't good. I would not repurchase. And finally, the last one that I used up for the month is Sensational's Magnolia. So for the longest time, I could not think of what this smelled like to me. And it wasn't like a wax scent memory that I had. It was just like a life scent memory, if that makes sense. But I realized what this smells like to me, and I know this is very specific and hard to like think about, but back in Australia at one of the gyms I went to, it was always very clean and like fragranced like something. Like it would always smell like air freshener. This is exactly what it smelled like. So again, like it's a very personal memory, but this smelled like that gym, and it just made me think of that because right when I smelled it, I said, this smells like something from Australia, but I can't remember what it is. And that was it. So yeah, it's just a kind of heavy, lush, perfumey, floral. It's okay, but because it reminds me of the gym, I'm kind of like, like I don't really want my house to smell like that. I just think of that, and yeah, so it wasn't bad if you like heavy florals that are like a little oppressive, if you know what I mean. You would probably enjoy this one, but in terms of me repurchasing, probably not. So that is it for my wax empties for June. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at yellowbrickexpat, same way it's spelled here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.